Hello and welcome everybody. Are you looking for some practical steps to achieve financial freedom? Well, in this video, we're going to go over 5 simple steps that you can start following right now to better track your money, grow your wealth, and take control of your financial freedom. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Patrick and welcome to Pocket Economy. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. This is a new channel and I would really appreciate any support. Also, if you have any questions throughout the video, make sure to post them in the comment section below. Now let's jump into it. It's sad to see in today's world that there are so many people who are doing a job that they hate just because of the money. Or there are some people that live paycheck to paycheck, and if they lose their job, they have no way to stay afloat. But there's some good news. With a few steps, discipline, and an end goal in mind, you can not only achieve financial independence, you can go way beyond what you thought was possible, achieving a huge sum of wealth. So that's why right now, I'm going to give you just that. A few simple steps to follow that can help you achieve financial freedom. Plus, as a bonus, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you some of the research material that I personally used when researching each of these topics more in depth. So the first practical step towards financial freedom is to create a budget. Creating a budget prior to each month is really important because it allows you to start seeing where all your money is going for the month ahead. That way, instead of being surprised that you have no money at the end of each month, you'll instead be surprised by how much money you're spending on things like Starbucks each month. This will also help you to distinguish your assets from your liabilities. But to keep it simple, assets are anything that put money into your pocket, and liabilities are anything that take money out of your pocket. So the second practical step towards financial freedom is to pay off your debt. There are many different strategies towards paying off your debt, but we're going to go over the 2 most popular. The first is the debt snowball, and the second is the debt avalanche. So while these 2 debts do differ on the debt that you're focusing on, they actually are similar in the fact that you still need to pay off the minimum on all your other debts. So the debt snowball is probably the most popular method out there, and I believe that it's probably the best method for most people. The debt snowball has you going after the smallest debt first and then working your way up. So you go from the smallest to the second smallest and all the way up to your largest debt. And this is really powerful because it'll help keep you motivated. Because once you see yourself paying off the first debt, then you start to think that it's possible to pay off all the debt. And then you work on the second and the third and so on. And hope really is such a strong motivator. So once you see your dedication paying off, you'll start to think that, wow, this is actually really possible for me and I can get out of debt. However, the trick here is to stay disciplined and keep yourself accountable. The second strategy towards paying off your debt is called the debt avalanche. With the debt avalanche, you'll be paying off your debt by focusing all your extra money on the loan with the highest interest rate. And then you'll move on to the second highest interest rate and so on. Between the 2 strategies, this is actually my personal favorite because statistically speaking, you can actually pay off less money on your loans and in a shorter time frame. So you're probably wondering why anyone would choose the debt snowball over the debt avalanche, and it's because of what I mentioned earlier. The debt snowball takes advantage of human emotion, especially motivation. Because if you can't stay motivated to pay off your debt, it doesn't matter either way. So there's really not one right answer here. Just go with whatever strategy would be best for you. The third practical step towards financial freedom is to save for a rainy day and an emergency fund. You'll want to have saved between 3 and 6 months worth of expenses. This is why having a budget is so important because it'll allow you to figure out your expenses very easily. To figure out your monthly expenses, just add up all your normal costs for the month and then multiply it by 3 to 6 depending on how many months you want to have saved up for. The money that you put into the emergency fund is only for emergencies, hence the name. So for example, if your car breaks down, your refrigerator breaks, you lose your job, or for a medical emergency. Because we all know when it rains, it pours. So you want to be cushioned with the money in the emergency fund. That way you can focus on the emergency instead of the money. Also, that means you won't have to pull any money out of any investments that you might have. But just make sure if you take any money out of your emergency fund, you do what you can to put money back into it to build it back up to that 3 to 6 months that you had saved originally. Comment down below how many months you feel comfortable with having saved in an emergency fund. I'm interested to see what you all think. The fourth practical step towards financial freedom is to invest in the stock market. Something important to remember is that time in the market beats timing the market. So regularly investing each month is the way to go, just be consistent. There are a lot of great avenues to get you started in the stock market. A few to mention would be 401ks, ETFs, or mutual funds. This is great for most people because it'll open them up to a diverse, broad market investment. However, it's totally possible to make a better than average return investing in individual stocks. That'll just take more time. But do your own research or contact a financial expert that can help make the right decision for you. And hey, if you're enjoying this content, please take a second and go hit the like button below. So now the 5th practical step towards financial freedom is to stay disciplined, continue heading towards your goals, live beneath your means, and enjoy your money. So we know that saving is really important, but what are you saving for if you never treat yourself or others? You should live beneath your means, but you don't always need to be frugal. When you made it to the 5th step, you're probably in a much better financial spot than when you started. And by now, you should have a good idea of what you want to achieve in your life. So keep being disciplined, but also enjoy being out of debt. But if you want a breakdown of how to keep your spending in check while still enjoying your income, one of the budgeting strategies is the 50-30-20 split. Here's how that breakdown works. 50% is for needs, things like your house or food, 30% for wants, things like restaurants, travel, or entertainment. And the last 20% is for savings and investing. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, here's some bonus information that you can use to better learn all these subjects. The first is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is a great book for motivation and understanding how money works. The next would be any book or class by Dave Ramsey. I personally found the Financial Peace University course to be a lot of help, and it went into each of these topics more in depth and even expanded onto even more topics. The last book I'll recommend is Think and Grow Rich. This book is great because it will show you that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Most people think that money is the root of all evil, and I think that's true if you let it be. I don't think you'll be happy if you only use your money to help yourself. But imagine being wealthy enough to help your friends, your family, and even random people you don't know. Then you can be living proof that with some hard work and discipline, you can make and live a life without the worry of money always on your mind. And then hopefully you and the people that you help will find a little bit more peace in their lives. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next video.